Hey, turn your
What's
phone
up?
off.
What's up? What?
Turn
What?
your phone off.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. This is episode 25. Can you believe it,
25.
Chadley? We're a quarter of the way to breaking off a hundo. Can you believe it? Can't wait till we break off a hundo. That's gonna be a glorious day.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna only talk. We're gonna talk about 100 movies on one episode.
Yeah. Wow. You want to do the top 100 movies of the decade on that episode? Once you break off a
Oh,
hundo.
fuck! I would. Yep. I do. I do want to do that. Holy fuck. Yep, I do. That's
Anyway, we
what I
got
want.
some movies to talk about today, Chadley. Let's stop fucking around. It's not like we're
Okay.
on air here.
Yeah, we're not at Hundo yet. Let's not
That's
get our
a
hopes too high.
that's a couple of years away, Chadley. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Foxcatcher, starring Channing Tatum, Stephen Carell. We're going to talk and Mark Ruffalo,
Mm-hmm.
Ruff. Then we're going to talk about James the Jim Bond. We're going to talk about the next film in that series, The World Is Not Enough, and then the new Benedict cucumber sandwich movie, The
Oh
Imitation
yeah,
Game.
old Benedict cucumber patch.
Old beanbag cucumber man.
I love how that's a meme now.
Yeah, just fucking different ways to say Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Hmm. Dude, he rules though. But we'll get into that. We'll get that into that later. And we're also gonna do sort of akin to Foxcatcher. We're gonna do top 5 sports-related movies. All that and more
Yeah.
coming up on Movie Epidemic. So let's talk about Foxcatcher.
Yeah. You know who the real star of this movie is?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell's prosthetic nose.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Sort of.
Remember when that kid from the Breakfast Club couldn't get work anymore?
Yeah,
And now
but
suddenly he had like a line in Dark Knight, and now
but
he's
for
in
good
this.
reason, you know.
Yeah, he's not very good.
Not very good.
That being said, let's talk about this movie. Now, before we get into this, I want to say Foxcatcher. I liked this movie, but
Okay.
didn't need to be a movie. Like, of all the true stories I've ever seen being that were made into a movie, this didn't need to be a movie.
Sure. And did you see on Twitter Mark Schultz got like fucking pissed
Hmm. What for?
just because it's inaccurate. It's pretty
Huh.
inaccurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be super surprised.
And
But
also,
here's
like, they go to a UFC match, right? And this was like 87.
yeah.
UFC wasn't a thing till like 93. And even then, it wasn't like rural UFC. It was just like a fat guy and like a taekwondo guy, and they just put them in a ring together.
um, yeah, I bet he didn't actually do as much coke as the movie led us to believe.
I mean, meatheads are meatheads.
But here's the thing: is that this movie, like, here's the last 20 minutes of this movie, maybe even 10, are enthralling and fascinating and awesome. But the first hour and 55 minutes or so is like, okay, so these guys are like, hey, we're wrestlers. And then Steve Carell's like, hey, do you want to wrestle here? And they're like, yes. Then they wrestled there, and
Yeah,
then they became
but
wrestlers.
that was weird because nothing really happens, even though this guy has lived an interesting life. But the thing about it was, he was like a world champion. Like they do like a world champion fight in this at some point.
Yep.
He already won that before he went to Foxcatcher Ranch. So that's
Yeah.
another thing that is like kind of, I don't know. It's just it felt like they were stretching the wrong content in this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Like if you're gonna change it, and make it like not legit, here's a hint: make it interesting.
Yeah, put like jetpacks in it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what they could have done. First of all, 2 hours and 15 minutes. They could have cut 45 minutes out of this easily.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
this
agree with
this
that.
could have been bumped out in like 90 minutes. Sort of like Whiplash, right? That bitch bumped out in 100 minutes, and it was fantastic.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. There was just some things. Uh, I didn't hate it, but it's certainly not one of the better movies of the year. But
It
it's
was it
it's
was
definitely not one of the worst.
it was quite boring. Like I still think that it would definitely rank in like the top 20, 30 movies of the year. I see why
Yeah, I would agree with that. But
I see
you
I
know,
see why it didn't get nominated for
there's
Best
only
Picture.
about 20 good movies this year. So.
Yeah. And here's the thing: is that if you're gonna make a movie this boring, back it up with fantastic, stellar performances, and that's what they did here. Because Like Steve Carell. Oh,
Yeah, he's
oh,
really good. I've never
holy
seen him
shit.
act like that before.
No, no, it shocked me because everyone was like, "You gotta see this movie. Steve Carell's real fucking good at it." And I was like,
It's certainly the best thing he's
"Eh."
ever done.
I'm like, "Yeah, well, whatever. I'm sure he'll be fine. You know, he'll be Steve Carell." I got there and was like, "Is that fucking Steve Carell? Is that who that is?" It doesn't look like him. It doesn't sound like him. He pulled out all the stops. Like, he killed it. Channing Tatum, you know what? He's coming up too, man. He's coming up. He's pretty good in this movie. You
You know
know?
what? He's good at playing. He's good at playing a meathead jock because that's what he is,
Yeah.
and I think he just pulls it from inspiration.
One thing that I thought was weird about this movie is that they were portraying Mark Ruffalo and Channing Tatum as brothers, and I'm like, yo, there's a 15-year difference there.
Yeah, and they are
Like,
not very similar looking.
Mark Ruffalo is a short, fat guy, and Channing Tatum is a tall, beefed up motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Mark Ruffalo is very wide. He's a very wide man, but very small.
He's robust, but not. He's a small man, but not in the robust sense, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they were all fantastic. I was surprised with Channing Tatum because he's done a lot of garbage.
Yeah, but he's okay sometimes, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I realize that like just because he does shitty movies, he's capable of good stuff, and I hope he continues that because
Well, one thing that we
he's good,
say,
man.
one thing we say on this show quite often is like when we watch a good movie, we'll say, I don't really want to give a lot of spoilers, but like in this movie, there's not really much to spoil because like
No,
nothing happened in this movie up until like the last 10 minutes. But the last 10 minutes, like, holy fuck, they're good. It's a good
yeah,
10 minutes.
I enjoyed the ending quite a bit. There's just like I feel like there's a middle part that nothing fucking happens, and
Yeah, and even like a beginning part, like the first two acts were just kind of pointless.
it's true. It doesn't come out of the gates very strong. Um, it was kind of it was really like a weird. It had like a sepia tone, but like green. Did you notice that?
Yeah, kinda. It was the cinematography was different. I didn't hate it, but also kind of gross to look at. It was supposed to.
It felt like
Here's the thing
everything was
about this.
recorded in fluorescent lights, and I think, well, because they were in a gym for a lot of it, I think that might have been true.
Yeah. Mm. One thing too, though, is that how many times in this movie do you think they did sad music behind soundless action montages? Like, I
Oh,
think
there's
I
a
think
lot of
like
montages in this
oh,
bitch.
I think there was like 11 or 12. There was quite a few, quite a few, because it took place over what, like 2 years, two
Yeah, a
years
few
or so.
years. Yeah.
And just like I don't know, right at the beginning, you're not really like this movie didn't really hold your hand in kind of a good and a bad way, and that is that I don't think you're supposed to know how to feel about the Steve Carell character because at the beginning you're like, this guy's kind of fucked, he's kind of weird, and then in the
Mhm.
middle you're like, oh, but he's kind of lonely. All right, I see. He's had a weird life. He's had a hard life. Having to grow up without friends and blah 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 blah, and then like later in the movie, you're like, oh wait, no, how do he's kind of a jizz bag, but I kind of feel bad for him still. And then at the end, you're like, no, no, fuck that guy, like fuck that guy hard.
Mhm.
This movie toyed with my emotions.
Yeah, Steve Carell's character was weird. It kind of went through the gambit of characterization, and it's okay, I guess.
I don't know. It works in some
It was,
movies, and
it was. I thought it was weird when he was like trying to bang Channing Tatum all the time.
yeah, that was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, they never really said that he was a straight man. Oh, we might have cracked something here.
No, no. I mean, that's
Could
been
he?
discussed. That's been discussed. That's one of the reasons why people don't like the movie.
Oh, because they think he's a gay man.
Well, I mean, people talk.
Well, he's dead now. So maybe that's why he killed. Maybe that's why he killed the guy because he wanted to go to jail because he knows what goes on in the prison.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think generally you want to go to prison.
I,
Even if it's like he went to a rich person prison, right? So it's like
oh yeah, true.
dude,
So it's
he
like,
went and played tennis every
yeah.
fucking morning. Like,
He went to a fucking country club that you're
yeah,
not allowed to
rich,
leave.
rich. Yeah, that's exactly what rich man prison is. You get
Oh
you get you get like filet mignon every Friday.
man.
You can play tennis. They got
Yeah,
like
they got pools.
yeah yeah. You can go swimming if you want.
Instead of a cell, you get a room that has like satellite.
Yeah. Have you ever seen prisons in Switzerland and stuff like Norway and stuff? They're
No.
like they're just like nice. They're like my dorm room. Like they're kind of nice. Like they've got like a desk and like a bed with like fucking pillows and shit. And it's just Norway. They're like, yeah, it's just jails here.
Fuck, I'd
There's
go to
carpet.
Norway.
There's carpet. That's the one thing I noticed. Like you see like an American jail is just a fucking cell. You got a fucking metal slab to sleep on.
Yeah.
Norway, they got carpet. You got a little desk. You got like a fucking lamp. You can't have a lamp in an American prison. People would hang themselves on it. It's a fucking lamp. It's got a cord, dude.
No, these Norway criminals, they're a little bit more they're a little bit more responsible, obviously.
Well, the thing is, uh, like the reoffending is way low. It's way low in fucking Norway. Because like they go in, they serve their time, and they're like, it's nice, but I've learned my lesson. In
Yeah.
America, it's like,
I'm hardened from the shit that they did to me in there, so I'll commit again.
yeah, just keep committing.
Yeah. They're like, because once you get used to,
Can't break you then, right? Like,
yeah, once you get used to sleeping on a metal slab, there's no going back.
it's true. Like you get home to your soft bed with your wife and shit, and you're like, you can't sleep, so you end up rolling off the bed onto the fucking hardwood floor every night. 'Cause you're used to it.
I liked a lot of the things that this movie did.
A lot of coke usage.
A lot of coke usage.
Yeah, you know what I noticed? As soon as he got old Channing Tatum on the coke there, he frosted his tips.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, why'd he do that? And then eventually he cut it off because I liked sort of the transformation, sort of like the lapdog type transformation you see Channing Tatum go through the entire movie. And really, Channing Tatum is the only one who didn't get the short end of the stick on this, and he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he wasn't a very likable character. I think that's another reason why the guy probably didn't like this movie. But he's since he tweeted all that stuff that he didn't like it, he has retweeted, or he has retracted his statement, and he now says that it's a blessing from God and he loves the movie. He was just it brought up bad memories of his brother getting murdered.
All right, yeah, fair enough. But basically,
Oh no, you said it was a miracle from God. I'm sorry, I misquoted that.
basically, once you find out that guy's mom dies, right? You feel for him, right? Even though he's kind of a jizzy human being.
Absolutely, you don't know what he's about.
That's what I liked about this movie is that they created these. Well, not created. These were actual people that were kind of jizz bags, and they used performances to make us like those characters regardless.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they hadn't ended it the way they did, Like
It was a little quick. It was like it was kind of like climax and then it was over.
Yeah, it was like, all right, now that the climax has happened, can we see Mark's response to what's going on, or is he gonna find out, or does he just still not know? Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, I felt like it worked. It's just a little unsatisfying after 2 hours of nothing happening.
yeah. And then finally we get into something actually happening, and then I fucking hate
I think
this. We'll get to this.
if they could have killed off the character like way earlier, and then there would have been a lot of good content afterwards.
Yeah, and I fucking hate, and a lot of movies do this. Is like movies that are based on a true story. They do this all the time. Is when they end with those fucking like, this is what happened next in this person's life, and it's like, yo, if that's what happened next, fucking use some of your screen time to just show me that.
Yeah.
It's like,
We did 2 biopics this week. I don't know. It just occurred to me.
Yeah, both biopics. This one, I wouldn't say 100% fuck no. I don't even know if I would say fuck no. I think I'd say fuck yes, but I don't know, like a
It's
30.
it's definitely watchable. It's not great. It's really slow. I think that's the main problem. It's really slow.
I would recommend people go see this though just to see Steve Carell though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's one of those.
Maybe Redbox this bad boy.
Yeah, it's like Steve Carell's performance in this is like gotta see it to believe it type shit.
I don't feel like you'd like it if you were under like 20. If you're under
Yeah,
20, you're not gonna enjoy this movie probably.
yeah. My girlfriend is very like I don't know what it is, but she is very reportedly against biopics. She won't watch a movie that's based on a true story, and yeah, she hated this. I made her watch it, and she hated it.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
I like biopics, man. They're usually good. I mean,
they're usually good, but I don't know. It feels like to me they've run out of interesting true stories to talk about. So
that
now
might be it. That might be it, actually.
they're just shuffling through the ones that sort of have interesting.
I hope I get a biopic pretty soon. I'm due for one.
Yeah, absolutely. From all those
I want to play me in my biopic.
Matt Damon.
No, take a real guess. Come on now, Chadley.
Okay, the Zodiac Killer.
No.
Like a real Hollywood actor?
Yeah.
I could see, you know what, on the topic, I could see Ruffalo busting out a Buckler Duke performance.
No, here's who I want to play me. I want Kenneth Branagh to play me because he's on that Shakespeare shit, you know?
He's nothing like you. You just
But
said he's on that Shakespeare shit.
yeah, that's what I mean. He's on
Is
that
that why-
Shakespeare shit.
Is that why they let him direct Thor? Because he knew a lot about like that talk?
Yeah, I guess.
If I were ever to get a biopic, I want it to be Chris Pratt, but he's got to gain the weight back.
Yes.
I would call him up and be like, "Hey, you want to be in a movie?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, "You got to get the fat back, though."
I want to be in a biopic of the Bare Naked Ladies, and I want to play Stephen Page.
Oh, dude, you look like Stephen Page, actually.
When he was on coke, I want to do those years in the biopic.
Just those years. The rest of it is played by someone else.
Well, yeah, because like when he was on coke, he was probably closer to my age, and then when he was off coke, he was older, so they'd have to get someone else to play Stephen Page for that, you know.
Fair enough. So we didn't really mention that a lot when talking about Foxcatcher. I mean, we mentioned it a couple of times, but not a lot. It's a movie about wrestling. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know how we danced around that, but this is a movie about wrestling.
It's not about that though. That's why we didn't mention it. It's about the fucking characterization.
Yeah. And really the performances save this movie.
Sure, absolutely.
Like, if Steve Carell didn't bust out a performance that good, if he had just gone on done like a Dan in real life type performance, like,
well, it's not a
would've been-
comedic role, so
this might have been unwatchable. This might have been unwatchable if he didn't go full fledged. He went.
Yeah, he went hundo. I think everybody in this movie went hundo. It was pretty good all around the board. There's only like 3 people that really talked in this movie, so.
And I mentioned it. I mentioned it earlier. It's nice to see Anthony Michael Hall return into the scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was pee sure that he died. Pee sure.
Wasn't aware of his whereabouts.
All right, so now that movie is about wrestling. Do we want to do our top 5 sports-related movies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you start us off this week?
All right. I whipped this up real quick. This is one that's been on one of my lists before. Live action Disney movies, actually. This is $1 Million Arm, starring John Hamm and Indian Kid.
John Hamm.
This is a really fucking good movie. It came out last year. Nobody mentions it ever. No one talks about it. It's a good movie though. $1 Million Arm, man. He has to go to India to find a pitcher.
It reminds me of this movie, and I don't know, shit, what was that movie called? It was one of the most offensive movies I've ever seen, but basically the concept was Kevin Bacon he tries to find basketball talent for the NBA.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, let's go to Africa because all basketball players. It's really racist.
Yeah, this one's quite a bit less offensive. It's film, you know.
Is it anti-racism?
It's not anti-racism, but it's it deals with race issues.
My number five film is also based on wrestling.
Hell yeah.
This is a little Aronofsky flick called The Wrestler.
Oh yeah, I almost got that one on there. That's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, before I go forward, let me say 100% for sure fuck Mickey Rourke. But
Oh, I hate Mickey Rourke, but that's a
yeah,
good.
I hate Mickey Rourke too, but I don't know, he went hundo in this movie. He went
That was when he was trying to make a comeback and he was in
yeah.
4 movies and then he left
Yeah,
the
and then
game
he's
again.
gone forever. He was like, "What?" Because he got nominated for an Oscar for this movie, and he didn't win it, and a lot of people thought he was going to, and I bet a lot of people included Mickey Rourke. And so when he didn't win the Oscar, he's like,
Who won that
"Fuck,
year?
fuck." Not Mickey Rourke.
Okay.
So, 2008. Jeez, Louise. I want to say Leo, but he's never even fucking. He's never even.
Leo don't win things, dude.
Yeah. Leo watches other people win things. That's all he does.
I wouldn't even show up if I was him anymore. I just wouldn't show up.
Who? Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, if I was Leo, I just wouldn't show up. It was Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood.
It was not. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, that's the wrong year. Sorry.
It was Sean Penn from Milk.
Right, Milk.
And that's a movie I haven't seen in forever, and it's actually real fucking good. That's definitely a gooder. You go gay activist, you win. Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's how it is. Somehow Brad Pitt got nominated for Curious Case of Benjamin Button that year.
Oh man, that movie was not very good.
That movie, it's basically like fake fucking Forrest Gump, but instead of being, whatever he was, I don't want to identify
and
him.
That was a pretty bad year, quite honestly.
Yeah, looking at
Milk and Frost Nixon were like. And Dark Knight.
Slumdog Millionaire won that year, and I gotta say,
oh fuck that movie.
Not for me. Slumdog Millionaire.
So fucking overrated.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't hate it. I just think it's so fucking overrated.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Not that great. And then the next year, fucking Hurt Locker won. Fucking bullshit ass Hurt Locker.
No, dude, I love the Hurt Locker. At least Avatar didn't win, motherfucker.
I don't want Avatar to win either, but fucking Hurt Locker's not a good movie, dude.
You have a solid point on that one. But yeah, the year after that, what won? There was a few bullshit years. Oh no, the year after that was The King's Speech. Although that being said, King's Speech was great.
Yeah, King's Speech is good.
Social Network was for sure better though.
Social Network got robbed, dude.
Yeah, it fucking got robbed. And then the year after that was The fucking Artist.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Dude, it's so bad. Oh, I hate The Artist. It's so bad. And like, that was a shitty year.
That year though.
Yeah, we got The Tree of Life, extremely close and extremely loud and incredibly close.
Oh man, those are every movie I see on there is fucking garbage. I kind of like Moneyball.
I like The Descendants and I like The Help. Other than that, the rest.
Yeah, The Descendants was good, but didn't that win something too?
I don't know, maybe. All I remember about
it won adapted screenplay because I know Jim Rash has a fucking Oscar.
What I love so much about The Descendants is that Shaggy from Scooby-Doo was bagging George Clooney's wife.
Yeah, that was so good. That movie should have won. That movie was fucking way better than The Artist.
It was that the year, that might have been the year that Drive came out too, because Drive, I remember, was even robbed of a nom. And Drive was the
Warhorse got one though.
Warhorse got something? Warhorse blows.
Dude,
Warhorse is so fucking bad.
Anyway, what's your number? Or is it my turn?
Yeah, number 4. We just went way off track.
Number 4. Everybody get up and welcome to the Space Jam.
Space Jam?
Welcome to the Space Jam.
Is your number 4 legit Space Jam?
Yeah, dude, I adore Space Jam.
This is the face of a man who doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, these lists aren't real. I thought we'd been over this before.
Dude, no, though. Space Jam rules.
Space Jam's awesome. I heard they're making a sequel with King James, LeBron James.
I love that Space Jam's original 1996 website is still in operation.
You goddamn right. They'll never take that shit down. I bet you Michael Jordan runs that shit off a server in his fucking house.
That means that means they have to pay for that every year.
Yeah, no, it's on Warner Brothers fucking server somewhere in the back, and they forgot about it. Like it's I could look at it. I bet it's like no more than a megabyte. It's just sitting on their fucking server somewhere.
That's amazing. So my number 4 is a little baseball joint.
Yeah,
that you might have heard of. It's Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
We also got Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, Gina Davis, all-star cast, really.
Sure, absolutely.
My favorite part of that movie is when Tom Hanks calls the ref a penis.
Man, Tom Hanks, he's got some great family-friendly fucking curse words.
Yeah, yeah. And this movie goes hard, and it's about females playing baseball during the war because men are off killing people and whatnot.
Sure.
But yeah, this was, I don't know. I always laugh. It's a good comedy, a lot of fun, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. My number 3. We've talked about it on this show for some reason. This is Jerry Maguire.
Jerry. Can I tell you a fun secret? You know what my
absolutely.
number 3 is?
What is it?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, all right. According to Movie Epidemic and PunchNerds.com, Jerry Maguire is the 3rd best sports movie confirmed of all time.
Of all time, Jerry, show me the money.
You had me at who?
I fucking remember last time we talked about Jerry Maguire, we were talking about vomit bits on the same show. And
That was,
right after the show, we're like, why didn't I do? You had me at a.
That was, I believe that was during the episode where we talked about Tom Hanks movies, Tom Cruise movies. So it would have been that
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, yeah. If you guys want to go check out that bit.
That's a good episode. All right. So what's your since both of our number 3, Jerry Maguire, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is a little movie called Caddyshack, golfing film.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's in there.
That's a joke that happens. That's a good movie. You got the King, Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray's in it for a bit. I don't got much to say about Caddyshack. It's a good film. Go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So my number 2 is a little Christian Bale joint called The Fighter.
Oh yeah, The Fighter.
With Schmarky Schmark.
Oh, fucking Schmarky.
You may know him from Transformers fame.
Yeah, absolutely.
He thinks he's found a Transformer.
Is that a Transformer?
Optimus. Galvatron.
Bumblebee.
B.
Yo, B, Bumblebee. Someone from Boston trying to say Bumblebee.
Okay, that movie's straight trash. But The Fighter with Mark Ruffalo, no, Mark Wahlberg, and Christian Bale, it's definitely a fucker. Like it definitely fucks for sure.
It just barely got edged out by Space Jam on my list. So.
Just barely by Space Jam. I feel you. So what's your numero uno?
My number 1. This is a great film. Personal favorite of mine. This is Slapshot.
Oh, hockey movie. Oh, you know what movie I wish I would have included on my list? I didn't, but
I have one of every sport on my list.
I don't. But you know what's a really good hockey movie? Y'all ever seen Goon?
Yeah, Goon's all right.
Yeah, with Sean William Scott. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Very strict about the movies I like, but that one I fuck with.
That one's scooched by somehow.
Yeah. My number one is obviously the most classic fucking sports movie in the history of filmmaking. That number 1 is Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
Gotta show some love for Rock.
Rocky's all right.
I like it a lot. I almost debated putting Rocky 4 on there because that's the one with. Oh wait, which one? Which is the one with Hulk Hogan? Is Hulk Hogan in one of those movies?
I don't recall Hulk Hogan being in these movies. I know number 2 is racist.
I'm not surprised. Hold on, who's the famous? There's a famous person.
Number 4 is the Russian guy.
Yeah. The Ivan Draga.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Weathers. That's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. Very far away from Hulk Hogan.
Very, very far. He
Terry
played
Hulk Hogan.
Apollo Creed. Is his name fucking Terry?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
brother. His name's Terry, brother. His name's Terry Hulk Hogan, brother.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. I was thinking of Clubber Lang, who's played by Mr.
Me and my
T.
26-inch pythons, brother. Come down there. You better eat your vitamins. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I was thinking of Clubber Lang, who's Mr. T,
Right.
played by Mr. T, not Hulk Hogan.
I could see how you get Terry Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
Mr. T, maybe the T stands for Terry. Maybe Mr. T is just like blackface version of fucking Hulk Hogan.
And all these fucking wrestlers have like really silly like real names, like fucking Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson.
It's basically that sounds like a bald dick. Dick.
Like Vin Diesel.
Terry Hogan.
Vin Diesel. That can't be his real name, right?
No, it's not. There's no real name. No one's name is that, Chad. Have you ever met someone with the last name Diesel? No, you haven't. It doesn't exist.
Let's see. Born Mark Vincent. His name's Mark Vincent.
Like his last name's Vincent?
His last name is Vincent.
So
Mark,
he took that.
Yeah, he took that, and then he was like, I'm going to be in these Fast and Furious movies, so it's going to be Diesel.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go up to a fucking talent agency and say, hello, my name is Vin Diesel? Like, with a straight face.
Yeah. That's like that would be me, like in a professional setting, be like, hi, my name is Buck LeDuc.
Yeah, nobody would take you seriously, man.
No, they wouldn't, but they would believe me.
Mr.
Very serious about it.
Mr. LeDuc. It's very close to LeBeouf.
Sort of. I came up with that before Shayla Buck was alive.
before he came out of his mother's crescent.
I don't know what that sentence means.
Her crescent wound.
You want to move on to the next movie here?
Yeah, let's talk about James Bond. So
James Bond.
Basically, we're into the Brosnan films here, and I was horrified because I hadn't seen all these Brosnan movies. I'd seen Goldeneye and I'd seen Die Another Day. And I was under the impression that because of Die Another Day, every single one of these James Bond movies by Brosnan was trash except for Goldeneye. So this one was not trash.
This one's pretty good. Fun fact: this is the first James Bond movie I ever saw. I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it was in theaters or my dad gave me or he brought home like a VHS of it. But I know this is the first one I ever seen because I vaguely remember as a child seeing this boat scene near the beginning here. This boat scene.
Yeah. There were some good scenes in this. One thing I do want to say too is
I watched this shit at work today. It's no shame. I had my fucking tablet just open on my desk watching the movie.
It's incredible. That's incredible. Fucking Robert Carlyle as a villain? Yes, please, forever.
Yeah.
Robert Carlyle is so fucking good. And do you know what he's most well known for?
What would that be, Chadley?
He is one of the main characters of the television program Once Upon a Time.
Wow, that's what he's doing these days?
Yeah, he plays Rumpelstiltskin. Let me tell you, both
is he on that one? Or is he on the spin-off one too?
Maybe. There's a spin-off?
Yeah, there's it was what's it called? Once Upon a Time Wonderland.
Oh, he probably was in that, but I don't know. But here's the dealio, is that my brother and my girlfriend love this show. Fucking won't miss a second of it. So I've seen a fair amount of this show. I gotta say it's pretty trash.
Yeah.
But Robert Carlyle, so fucking good in it.
You'd be better off watching some Supernatural or something. At least that show's watchable.
If they made a spin-off of Once Upon a Time that was just about Robert Carlyle's character, I'd watch the fuck out of that.
It'd be called Rump.
Yeah, Rump. I would. Rump Upon a Time. I would watch the shit about that. Or Once Rump Upon a Time. There's lots of good puns that we can make here. He was fantastic in this movie. He was
There was a lot of good stuff. The one chick was fucking awful though.
Oh God, Christmas?
Oh, Christmas was so
Who
bad, dude.
names somebody Christmas, bruh?
What was her last name? Christmas.
Christmas Doe or how? I'm gonna open up the IMDb page real quick just so it sounds.
It was like some sort of a shitty pun.
It was Christmas Jones.
Right, Christmas Jones.
Yeah.
I almost said that, then I'm like, that's not it. That can't be it.
It can't be. You can't be named. Who names their child Christmas? People who don't love their children. That's who.
There's a there's a really sad moment in this one, when they're retiring Q, and
Oh,
John Cleese is there,
oh.
and he's like, "What is this? What is this guy R?" And it's like, that's how you're sending him out.
I mean, they gave him the little speech where he says, "Remember what I told you. Never let him see you bleed,
Yeah,
and always have an exit." Click goes down. Cried. I teared up.
fucking cried.
You know why, man? Because Desmond Llewellyn's been with us since the fucking beginning of this journey.
Goddamn rights he has.
And I know for a fact that in the next movie, which I have seen and it is trash, John Cleese takes over as Q full time. They had him as Q full time for one movie before they were like, nah, cut that shit out.
Well, that's not really the reason, I don't think. I think it's because they took an extended break after that movie.
4 years. That wasn't that long. It was less time. It was less time than it was between Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan.
That's true.
And fucking Llewellyn was in both those. Llewellyn, I feel like when they were writing this movie, they knew Llewellyn was like ready to rest into his grave.
Well, he was certainly knocking on death's door for a few of these, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they were lucky to have him as long as they did, and
he's fucking amazing, so God bless.
that scene that he did in this movie was one of my favorite Q scenes, just because I don't know, it had an emotional impact because.
Sure.
Pierce Brosnan, I don't really have that big of an emotional attachment to him. I don't really give a shit.
No, he's
Desmond
not.
Llewellyn, though.
I don't know. Pierce Brosnan doesn't fucking carry that Spawn swagger that the other guys did.
I would say that Timothy Dalton didn't really either. I would say that.
I don't know. I mean, whatever.
I would say that's mostly.
I'd barely count Timothy Dalton, dude. His movies weren't that Dying in the Daylights or whatever.
The Living Daylights.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I enjoyed that one.
I thought License to Kill was great.
Yeah, License to Kill is really good. Both of his were pretty good, I thought, but
yeah, he just wasn't good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what I liked about those movies is that because he wasn't very good, they were sending in Desmond Llewellyn a lot to give him backup.
Yeah, that's true. There's some heavy Q action in those.
The more Desmond, the better. I also like you and I were looking today at 007 Racing, and
yeah,
Desmond Llewellyn is a playable character in it.
I found that shit on the emulator. I'm gonna play it on the fucking YouTube now.
Oh, fucking A, man.
It's gonna be great.
That's fantastic. But
007 Racing for the PlayStation 1.
007 Racing.
I can't even believe that's a real thing. I've never heard of that until I found it today.
No, I've never heard of it either, dude. But
I've heard of all the games, Charlie. Let me tell you, I've heard of all the games.
He certainly knows his video games. That's for sheezies. Oh my god.
I own over 600 of them on Steam.
I own over 400 of them on the shelf.
God bless the shelf.
God bless the shelf. But Jesus, 600, man. Like, what do you do with your time, man?
I don't play games, that's for sure. I just look at the collection mostly.
Yeah, there's so many games in my collection I've never even fucking touched.
Oh yeah, me too. I've been playing the fuck out of Pac-Man Championship Edition though.
Fucking Playboy the Mansion. When would I ever play this?
Yeah, exactly.
When would I ever play Playboy the Mansion? No, it's
do
just
you even have an Xbox?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, some of them play on the Xbox 360.
I've never been able to get one to work on my Xbox 360.
I know Half-Life 2 works, Grand Theft Auto works, Burnout 3 works, Shenmue 2 works, Halo 1 and 2 work, Psychonauts works.
Alright, this isn't your fucking game time show, Chadley.
I was just listing off all the original Xbox games I have.
This is the fucking movie show, Chadley. Take that to your fucking game show.
So let's talk a little. We haven't really talked much about this movie.
Yeah.
So basically, James Bond sleeps with Elektra King, who might be the hottest Bond girl ever, and there's a nip slip. I don't know if you noticed.
No, I was on a small screen, so I didn't really see the nip slip.
There was a nip slip. If somebody walked by at your work, they would have been like, "Whoa, you looking at porn at work? That was a nip slip."
No, I turned down the brightness, so like if you're walking on an angle, you wouldn't be able to see it,
You fucking piece of shit.
What?
It's not like I wouldn't do it. No, I'm actually no,
When
I
I was
wouldn't do
looking straight at it, I could see it. But like, if you
it.
come in on an angle, you see like a dark screen.
And people who think you're fucking doing taxes.
I mean,
Whatever it is you do at work. I assume it's like tax work.
I've never done taxes, Chad. In fact, I will probably go to prison because I've never done taxes.
So there was a lot of good aspects to this movie. Of course, we got Electra King, and James Bond is going out to find somebody who is trying to kill her. Renard, who goes by the name Renard. He's played by Robert Carlyle. We already talked about him. And in this one, to take down Renard, he gets the help of his good old friend Valentin Zukovsky. Man, I love Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, Robbie Coltrane's great. Like, one thing we didn't mention, but the intro to this shit's like 9 minutes long.
Yeah, the intro to this shit was 9 minutes long, and like maybe one of my favorite intros.
It's so long though, dude.
It is so fucking. Oh, you mean like the intro bit before
The thing with the
fucking
song.
Oh, the thing with the song? Because I remember thinking to myself, like, we were like 20 minutes in, and I was like, we haven't got the intro thing yet. Like, are they skipping over it? I actually legit thought they were skipping over it.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty far in. It's like 15 minutes in or something.
Yeah, it's definitely lengthy. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, like the actual song intro with the fucking psychedelic graphics. Shit's 9 minutes, dude.
I think I was making dinner at that time, so I didn't really notice. So.
It's fucking long.
Yeah, very long. I mean, I guess I didn't really notice. I was making dinner, but
Robbie Coltrane's great though.
Robbie Coltrane is great in this movie, and then of course, John Cleese. Oh, if there's any actors I don't like, he'd be it.
He's not great.
Don't like that John Cleese. I don't know what it is. So many people just fucking jizz over John Cleese. I don't think he's that funny. I don't think he's that.
I mean, he was fine in the fucking Monty Python stuff, but that's a different time period. Funny though.
Yeah, I don't know. Those ones didn't age very well, I feel.
They did not, and I don't care who's like. Holy Grail's probably holds up the best, but.
Oh yeah, like I could still watch Holy Grail, but it's like I don't know. I would still go, ugh, like a lot throughout it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like because it's British humor. You know, it's a hit. It's usually pretty hit and miss.
And yeah, the fucking.
And then, like once it's like 20 years old, it's more hit and miss.
The thing is too is at fucking Monty Python, they had that show, they had the TV show, and there's like 80 hours of that show, and
Is
it's
there
like,
really? I've never seen
yo,
it.
who can watch 80 hours of this shit? Like,
I've seen like 3 of the movies.
I've seen that one, Life of Brian, which is all right.
Brian's okay.
Something completely different or something like that, unwatchable.
Meaning of Life, I've seen.
Meaning of Life is quite bad.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. I like Life of Brian only because it ends with Jesus getting crucified and then singing "Always Look on the Bright Side." That's a good bit, right?
It's a pretty funny movie.
That's a good bit.
It's still like it didn't age well, still though.
Oh yeah, no, none of them aged well, absolutely. But yeah, John Cleese. I don't know. I'm not excited to see him play a full-fledged Q bit. I feel like he's gonna try to be Desmond Llewellyn, but he's not gonna quite make the cut.
I'm gonna just keep calling him R. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he's not Q. I'm not even gonna call Ben Whishaw Q, man.
No, we had a name for him, like Crybaby Q or something.
Yeah, Crybaby Q. That's right. Overall, though, this movie had a lot of really great action scenes, a lot of really good characters. There was some good betrayal.
Uh-huh.
You know what? The reason I like this movie so much is because I went in thinking it was gonna be awful, you know, and I feel like hype like that can really just amp a movie up.
Sure, I didn't know what to expect from this, but as soon as I saw that boat scene, I'm like, oh, I've seen this shit before. It's pretty good actually.
Yeah, Tomorrow Never Dies.
I did see last time I saw it was fucking 10 years ago, but.
Tomorrow Never Dies. That's actually a shitty movie, and Die Another Day, also a shitty movie.
Mm-hmm.
But this world is not enough that sandwiches those two movies.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not like the best Bond movie.
No, it's no Goldeneye, but it's all right.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree. GoldenEye's like a fucking
Oh man,
masterful work.
GoldenEye's top three for me.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. Absolutely agree. But yeah, no. I think Boris holds up GoldenEye mostly.
Oh, absolutely, Boris does. I fucking adore Boris.
Perverted Russian, Alan Cumming, who also played the Great Gizmo on the
Absolutely.
Flintstones.
So you got anything else about this?
I would just say, you know what? I would say maybe not 100%, but I'd say a solid 90% fuck yes.
Yeah, that seems
It's
fair.
it's not one I'd skip. I would skip the other one we watched with the computer, the fucking newspaper guy. That was like the difference too, right? Is
Yeah,
that
no, I don't know. I kind of like that one actually. I
I
don't.
I'm not a big fan, but the big difference in the between the two movies is like in that movie it was just like a newspaper guy, but in this guy Renard he couldn't feel pain, he couldn't feel like any physical thing, so he actually was a fucking threat.
Oh, he was a way better Bond villain, that's for sure. The
Absolutely,
newspaper guy was okay, but like he wasn't really threatening.
yeah. And Robert Carlyle, like I said, man, he fucking rules. I wish he wasn't on that Once Upon a Time show.
What else would he be doing, Chadley? Come on.
Ah, fucking anything, dude. Anything but that. It's so bad.
Like, you know where I'd like to see him? I'd like to see Robert Carlyle in the Heroes reboot. You know they're rebooting
Ah,
that show Heroes.
are they really? That show happened like 5 years ago.
No, dude, that show was out 10 years ago, but get your fucking
Was it?
yeah, dude.
What fucking year did
It
that
was
come out?
'04.
What?
Yeah, come on now.
Jesus, I guess.
Heroes came out so fucking
I
long ago,
I
dude.
still think that 2006 is 5 years ago. I'm behind the times. I don't even know what year it is. Oh my goodness. Should we move on?
Yeah, might as well.
What percent fuck yes would you give the world is not enough?
Oh, it's pretty high. I'd say it's definitely pretty high on the fuck meter. So
Yeah, and he fucked in this movie. He fucked a few people.
he sure did.
Yeah, I think he fucked 3 people. I can't really recall. Oh, dude, wait, hold on. Before we go on, he fucked the doctor. He fucked the doctor because if he didn't, she wouldn't let him go into duty. Like that was amazing.
That's right. That was a good bit.
He fucked the doctor, and then the doctor got called on her shit for banging Bond, and that was also really cool.
Sure.
Mad
Mhm.
sexist though. Mad. That was like one of the most sexist things in Bond history when she's just like, "Oh, I can't clear you for duty," and he's like, "What if I give you my cock?" And she clears him for duty.
Hey, hey, hey.
Imagine all my dick.
So you want to talk about the Benedict's movie?
Spinner Dicks movie? What?
Benedict Cumbersnatch?
Spander Splock. Fumberbatch.
Spinner wheels Cumber.
Fumble Quap. Singerdatch.
Those aren't even words anymore.
All right, let's talk about Benedict Cumberbatch. This is the Imitation Game, and I gotta say, man, it's good.
I loved it, man. I
I
fucking love this movie.
fucking loved it. Yeah, me too. Alan Turing, of course, is an interesting guy as it is.
Sure. Fucking.
Um,
He invented
sort of,
computers, man. He's a wild inspiration to me.
yeah, the inventor of computers. To all you homophobic people typing away on Facebook,
Yeah.
a gay
Yeah,
man
yeah.
invented that computer.
Yeah, fucking rednecks. Fucking Poofter invented that shit. Poofter's my favorite. It's one of my favorite gay slurs, and they use it in this movie. That and Butt Buddies.
Uh,
Butt Buddies is fucking tremendous. If you're like, you want to throw out a fucking, you want to throw out a gay slur, Butt Buddies is fucking tremendous, dude.
Why would I ever want to throw out a gay slur? Anyway,
If there's a, if you ever need to,
the moment arises. This
Butt
movie
Buddies and Poofter, man, those are the ones.
This is an amazing movie though. It tells a fantastic story, and unlike Foxcatcher, it's riveting from the minute it starts to the minute it ends.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah, Alan Turing, like I said, interesting guy. He invented the computer. Benedict Cumberbatch did a damn good job of portraying him too.
Yeah, he is really good at playing those fucking autistic characters. That's for sure.
You know what? You know what I noticed about this movie
Huh.
is that the kid actors were good, and like you don't see that very often.
Yeah, that's true.
the kid actor who played like young Alan Turing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. They were good, but like this is one of those movies where like it was so good I didn't even notice. Like it didn't even occur to me that that was happening because it was just
Yeah,
good all the way through.
yeah, and we got Keira Knightley in it too. And
Oh yeah, Keira Knightley. I didn't even know she was good, dude. I've only ever seen her in fucking pirate movies.
yeah, no, she was. I don't know what else is she in fucking. She was in like
She
a
was in a
bunch of
bunch of like British period pieces that I would never
yeah, like
watch.
Pride and Prejudice and shit like that.
I would never watch that shit, but
Wasn't she in like Passchendaele or some war movie like that?
no, it wasn't Passchendaele. That was an all Canadian. That was an all Canadian endeavor.
That was an all Canadian joint. She was in some war movie. I don't remember what it was, but it was also kind of terrible. Um, um, I can't find it. I
I
can't.
don't know. I don't remember, but she was really good in this movie.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
You know who I really like? Mark
Who's that?
Strong.
Oh man, Mark Strong fucking
Oh, Mark
rules.
Strong is so good, dude.
Oh, he was fantastic. Like, I don't know. That being said, like Benedict Cumberbatch, let's be honest, he played, he did the best performance in this.
Oh, absolutely.
That was something that
I've
just
just always been a big Mark Strong fan. He was really good in that Sherlock movie.
yeah, he was in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah, fucking Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. He was like he was the MI6 agent, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's some real James Bond like shit going on in this movie.
Hell yeah, there was a lot of. It's a good time period, especially since you never see this aspect of fucking World War II. You never
Yeah.
see this shit. You
One thing
never
I
see this shit.
one thing I find so interesting about this story too is that nobody knew this story until like the 1990s.
Yeah, that's what's one of the best things about it, really.
Yeah, and it was one of the most important parts of World War II, and it was
Like
it was
there's
classified.
most history books that you would read at school don't have this information in it because they were printed too long ago.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, man. Like that's not even a joke. That's true.
Oh, that's real.
But yeah, it's about a decoder who is trying to decode German signals being sent, trying to figure out when they're gonna attack through a machine called Enigma. And the entire movie was about him attempting to break Enigma because apparently it's unbreakable. So he
I I really like that this movie puts you through the fucking gambit of emotions. Like you get like
yeah.
uncomfortable when he's like being mean to everybody, and then like you get super happy when they crack it, and then you just get so fucking depressed when they have to like not tell anybody about it, and all those people
Oh
are
yeah.
dying.
Yeah, and then he has to go through hormonal therapy because
Oh yeah.
he's a homosexual.
Yeah.
And yeah, but he does it because if he doesn't, like he knows he won't be able to continue building computers
Hmm.
and his computer. It's
What was his
it's
name? Christopher.
fascinating. Yeah, the computer was named Christopher. He named the computer. First ever computer was named Christopher. Fun fact.
Yeah. God bless.
This man did a lot for the world. And
Certainly.
like that's one thing that I hope this movie makes people see is that this man did a lot for the world. Yeah, sure, you can sit there fucking browsing Reddit, but know that you wouldn't have fucking been there. You wouldn't be there browsing Reddit looking at dank memes if
Yeah.
it wasn't for fucking Alan Turing.
God bless Alan Turing, because without him, there'd be no dank memes, you know.
There would be no. You know what? It's one of those things where like a lot of people are like, oh well, if he didn't invent it, somebody would have. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
No, I mean, you have to be very smart, you know. And
Yeah. And not many people are Alan Turing smart.
sure, okay, if I could trap, let's say 100,000 people, just pick them randomly, put them on a desert island, and be like, make a computer in the next 4 months, and guess how many people would be able to make a computer?
Probably none.
Probably even a radio. Okay, you're trapped on a desert island. Make a radio with human
Maybe.
bones.
I would say maybe 5 then.
Yeah.
5
Okay.
people out of
Sure.
100,000 could do a radio. Maybe 1 could do a computer. Probably 0 though.
Probably 0.
Yeah. And Alan Turing, like he wasn't just like making a computer at a factory from some fucking instruction booklet. He made the first from scratch computer.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Uh, Also today, his code-breaking notebook sold at auction for $1 million.
I saw
So,
that. I
so
saw
fun
that
fact.
too. Fun fact. Help fight the Nazis.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking badass.
This is another one of those cases where I don't want to give too much away because really, not only do I want people to see this movie, but I think it's important that people see this movie, especially like fucking dank ass teenagers. You know what I mean? Like they should
Okay.
fucking see this movie, and
God, I hate teens.
I know, but they should
A lot of
fucking see this
teens
movie.
follow me on Twitter, and you know they wouldn't have Twitter to follow me on if those preteens didn't.
One
You
for
know,
Alan Turing, yeah.
absolutely. Dank memes and following me on Twitter. God bless you, Alan Turing.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Oh god, if fucking Alan Turing is fucking rolling in his grave right now.
I bet he's mad about this podcast.
Oh, he
Like,
sure is. This is not this is not the intent of computing machines, you know.
we're blaming him for Twitter and dank memes. It's because of him that the word "bay" is so popular. God bless Alan Turing.
This could be us, but you playing.
Oh, thank you, Alan Turing. Thank you, Alan Turing, for everything that you've done.
Doge.
This this podcast, dude. This fucking podcast. We would not be able to communicate right now if it wasn't for goddamn Alan Turing. We would have gone off to college
Cat
and
pictures.
Grumpy Cat's worst Christmas ever.
That was an Alan Cumming original.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you, Alan
Alan
Turing.
Cumming.
Yeah, Alan Cumming.
Whoops. Slip of the tongue, Freudian
Definitely.
slip.
Definitely not the same person.
No,
Alan
no,
Turing.
different person.
Alan
Probably
Turing.
real person.
Oh. Whew, Alan Turing.
No, this is a really fucking good movie though.
Yeah,
It's
no,
good.
like I said, I think it's important that everybody see this movie.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure I'm sure Selma is also one that everyone should see. But
yeah, we haven't checked that out yet.
I haven't got to that one yet. But this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, easily, 10 out of 10. One of the best movies of the year.
Yeah, I would say so.
And like, if you're a fan of the cucumber sandwich,
Oh man, he's amazing.
oh, he's unbelievable. That's what I've found out about this year is that looking at all the people who are nominated for Best Actor, this is like the only year in history I think that I've looked at every nomination for Best Actor and think, fuck, that guy deserves it.
Oh yeah.
They all deserve it. To be honest, I think it'll either go to Redmayne or Keaton.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think Redmayne, honestly.
I think Redmayne too. A lot of people think Keaton though. A lot, because he had that like
Oh man, I don't
the
know.
thing about Keaton is that he had to carry the whole second half of that movie by himself, and that's why people are saying Keaton. And let's be honest, Eddie Redmayne didn't even say most of his lines.
Yeah, I guess.
Was that tasteless? Was that tasteless?
I don't know.
Let's just go with yeah, that was pretty tasteless. But I don't know. When it comes to Best Actor, honestly, I would say it's almost tied for me personally between Redmayne and Steve Carell. Because
Oh yeah, everyone was fucking good. Man, there was some good shit this year. I'm just gonna put that
fucking,
out there. I'm just gonna put that out there. This was a good fucking year.
I remember seeing Benedict Cumberbatch nominated, and I was like, he can't be that good. Like, seen him in Sherlock, whatever. And then I saw this, and I was like,
it's a similar character though, and
no.
they're both on the spectrum. They're both on the spectrum. They both have autism. That's for sure.
All right.
Both autistic.
All right. I'll give you that. I also like how blunt he was in Imitation Game too, when he was like, what if I don't like to be with girls? And the guy's like, so what, like a homosexual? And he's like, how did you know? And it's like, well, you could have just told him, man. Like,
Yeah, dude, banging dudes.
dudes banging dudes.
Dudes on dudes. Dude on dude crime. Alright,
So,
that's pretty much it for this episode.
yeah, I would say that's about it. Imitation Game, 100% fuck yes. In fact, if I'm not gonna ask you, I'm not saying you should go see this movie. I am telling you, go see this movie. No ifs, ands, or buts. Go see it. It's fucking good.
Yep.
Hundo. So next week we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna watch Grand Budapest Hotel, but then
Hmm.
we're also for our other movie we're gonna take a quick break from from the normal stuff we watched, the Oscar nominated stuff. We're gonna take a quick break from that. We will get back and check out American Sniper and Selma, I'm sure, at some point.
Hmm.
We're gonna watch 13 Sins, the new horror movie that I really want to check out. And then in Blonde,
Where'd you get that from? You see a trailer or something, or someone tell you about it?
yeah, my girlfriend told me about it and said it was good. So
Alright, well, we'll put that to the test, that's for sure. No, even my dad's seen this movie. He said he liked it, so who knows?
yeah, well, yes, and Stevie, he's got some good taste.
Well, I mean, he likes action movies, so.
Speaking of action movies, we're also going to talk about one that. Wow, it's called Die Another Day.
I might not even watch it. I might come in blind, dude.
Just, oh man, just let me fling all the knowledge, and then you could just bash it.
No, I might watch it. Who knows?
It depends on what my schedule is looking like.
Yeah.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Well, we'll talk to you guys on the Monday.
Sunday.
That's what I said.
You said Monday.
I know I said on the Monday.